What's up? Monday, Football Monday, brought to you by Pick Central, brought to you by Omaha Steaks. The holidays are here, and let Omaha Steaks take the guesswork out of gifting. Shop carefully curated gift packages that are guaranteed to make spirits bright all winter long. Go to omahasteaks.com and save 50% off site-wide. Plus, when you use promo code PICKS at checkout, get an additional $30 off your order. Send tender, juicy burgers, butcher-cut filet mignons, mouth-watering burgers, gourmet jumbo franks, or even easy-to-prepare meals that are ready in a flash. With Omaha Steaks, the possibilities are endless. This offer won't last long. Omaha Steaks is ready to ship your order right away, so shop early and beat the shipping rush. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code PICKS at checkout. Omaha Steaks is a gift from the heart, a gift that will be remembered with every unforgettable bite. Order with complete confidence today, knowing you're ordering the very best. Visit omahasteaks.com. Take advantage of 50% off site-wide plus promo code PICKS at checkout to get that extra $30 off your order. Minimum order may be required. Visit omahasteaks.com and save big with 50% off site-wide. Plus, use promo code PICKS, P-I-C-K-S, at checkout to get an extra $30 off your order. Love our friends at Omaha Steaks. Monday recap, football recap. Smitty, Marty, Ev, Nick Mangold, Mangold Mondays, and Clemmer. I think we start. What?
It was just a funny pause at the end.
Yeah, it was a little.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy Clemmer over there.
For dramatics. For dramatics. No ill will. Let's start with the Sunday night game. Smitty's
Do we have to?
Smitty's
Wax.
birds.
Job. Hey, look.
Get it. Clemmer's on the hook here, too. You're going to get it next.
Hey.
Cowboys can't win. Cowboys are dead.
Phillies now.
This isn't 1995.
Careful there, Specs Bosco over here.
No ill
Which
will.
I ask.
No ill will.
How about them Cowboys?
Philly is now a hockey town, officially. The Flyers.
Wow.
He's also coached every team, I've realized. For the Torts. That guy has
Yeah, he's
coached
been around.
every
Tortorella? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been around for
Yeah, sorry.
He's coaching the Flyers now?
Yeah, they're crushing.
getting paychecks.
Sixers
Good
too.
for him.
It was embarrassing. It was completely emasculating. The Eagles, after a week where you give them excuses. Oh, they played 3 games in 14 days, or the 49ers played once in 10 days. They didn't have legs. To come out again that flat and unprepared, to where I think that was their 6th straight game where they were down by double digits before halftime. It's unacceptable. Is unacceptable. And the defense is historically shit. There were 12 straight drives from the 49ers game through the Dallas game, in which 12 straight drives where they scored. 11 of them were touchdowns. The defense ended up. That's
good.
historic.
Not good.
And the offense can't be left off the hook because the offense didn't score an offensive touchdown last night. You had the 3 biggest playmakers, Hurts, Devontae Smith, and A.J. Brown, fumble in Cowboys territory. Smith and Brown dropping balls left and right. It's a mess. It's a mess right now. And they're 10-3, which, yeah, they still control their own destiny, but it's a fucking mess. And it's sad to watch. It really is. It's sad.
Yeah, for a team
I don't feel bad for you. 10-3. So I'm not going to go there yet, but I do. It's more frustrating that you're 10-3 and you look like that. I get that.
Yeah, and we've said it on the show before. They probably shouldn't be 10-3. I mean, they obviously they lost to the Jets, who are a powerhouse now, but they could have lost very easily to the Commanders twice. They could have
lost to Dallas the first time.
Could have lost to Dallas the first time, but then again, they beat Dallas and they beat the Bills and they beat the Chiefs in Kansas City, so they have stuff there. Right now, it's more of a preparation issue than anything, and the coordinators, because this team is just way too talented to put out a performance like that, back to back.
Do they hate Swift? Do they hate him? Like they don't let him get going. I see like Gainwell comes in every time. You guys, and both you and Roan say it every time. You know what Gainwell is. You know what you're going to get, and he's not bad. But Swift, like, and in their wins, when he's going, it's like, holy shit, this team's like, it just opens up the pass game so much. And then
there are way more issues than Swift not being out there. He should be out there more, but they didn't score an offensive touchdown yesterday. How is that possible? Seattle put up 35 against the Cowboys.
A.J. Brown did say wait till Sunday, and
Yeah.
still waiting. AJ.
You can't go an entire week where you're just getting shit on after that 49ers game and come out like that last night in the biggest game of the year. You just can't.
On the flip side, the Cowboys, like I was saying, again, I have no real horse in the race. Hate the Eagles, hate the Cowboys, but I just looked at the way they were playing, and I do think the Cowboys are going to make a run at this division. Now, it's a tough schedule, obviously, but I heard something. The Cowboys have scored 17 first half points in like 7 straight games, or 7 out of 8.
Well, that kicker's the greatest kicker of all time.
The only team to do that.
What? Put him in the hall.
That's it. No, seriously.
Like right now.
He is the greatest kicker of all time. No disrespect to Gary Anderson or Justin Tucker or Morton Anderson.
His kicks weren't even going like a little close to the pole. Like it was right down the.
They were dead down the dick. That would have been
crazy.
With yards to spare.
Yeah.
How long would that have been good from the first kick? Where it was 60, but
First one's 70.
Yeah, I was going to say
it might have been 80.
88, 70.
He kicked over 200 yards yesterday.
Yeah. 219 yards, something like that. Yeah.
He's a rookie and he's 30 for 30.
Oh, he hasn't missed at all.
He hasn't
No.
missed yet.
I was just saying, put him in the Hall of Fame from the last game, just yesterday.
They were trying to jinx him last night, though.
They were trying.
They were
yes.
trying hard.
Yep.
Be like, well, he's never missed, and like you can hit him from 60.
I hate when they do.
So
I was like, he's gonna miss the next one.
It's right down the dick every time.
7 straight weeks coming out of the bye, which is October 29th is when it started. The last team to do that was the 07 Patriots. Like, that's worth noting. It's not just they're hitting an offensive stride. Like,
Cowboys also lost to the Cardinals. They got spanked by the 49ers. If that game, they lost to the Eagles in Philly, I think the Cowboys are going to have trouble if they're not at
They
it.
shouldn't have lost to Philly.
no, I agree with that too. Do you think they're going to take the division?
Me?
Oh no, Nick.
Oh, no, I think Philly.
Why?
Philly's got a
Keep
better.
asking.
It's
But we
what
keep
what
saying the
division
Giants-
races do you care about?
They played the Giants twice.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Philly's
where
got
it's like
an easy.
Eagles are winning that division, Rico.
it's not a bad question. We just keep going back to they played the Giants.
They were minus 550 last night going into the game for a reason. I don't know what they are now.
Minus
They have-
350, I just checked.
Minus 350. Yeah, there's a reason for that.
And like the Cowboys have to go into Buffalo this week.
And then after that, into Miami.
Are the Eagles Giants next week?
Eagles at Seattle.
Right.
Home Giants, home Arizona, at Giants.
Hell, and Arizona.
You're not worried about the Giants mucking it up at all?
No, I mean, against the way the Eagles are playing, you're kind of worried about everything. But, I mean, you look at those two schedules, the Eagles don't deserve to win the division if they don't beat the Giants twice.
Do you think the Cowboys win the division, Rico? Because you keep pushing back on me
I
about
think it's
this.
going to come right back down. I think it's going to come to the end. I think the Eagles could fuck up and lose to the Giants. I'm not willing to say or put my money that the Giants will do it. But the way the Eagles are going, man, they don't look great.
There you go. So you don't
They
really
don't
believe
look
it.
great. They don't look great.
I don't know. I read a whole article today about chicken cutlets because of Tommy DeVito. I think there's something there.
We have better cutlets,
So I think the
Yeah.
Giants.
not a better football team.
We have better content coming out of our team than the.
Yeah, that's probably true.
We got Meals by Cooge going out.
We
there.
weirdly might be having a little more fun.
way more fun.
Way more fun.
Like they're 10-3.
Oh, we're
and,
bad.
and this man can't get up in the morning. We're 4-8, and we're like, oh, we got cutlets.
We got cutlets on prime time.
Vito and Cutlets, what more do we need?
He's got like his own drink now. He's at Wicked Wolf on Sundays. It's guys in.
He's making the money while he can. Strike while the iron's hot.
Absolutely.
Popping in the Wolf?
Yeah, he had a party on the week
Got paid, baby.
Got paid for it. There's TJD.
Just show up and get the check, baby. We got cash for you in the envelope.
I love Tommy DeVito. We still want the family to come up.
Oh yeah.
I also yesterday, middle of the after the first quarter, I took a bet. Bills to win the Super Bowl, 28-1. What are they now? 18-1. In the middle of the game.
Yeah, it's a good bet.
That's a crazy bet. That's the best value I think I've ever gotten in my entire
Good bet.
life.
Especially to get it in game too.
In
The
game,
right way, yeah.
after the first quarter, I don't know. I was like, oh my god, this team's the best. And then they didn't score. They scored 3 points in the second half. But that
could have the opposite.
the
When,
AFC is
when Texas A&M was giving Bama all those problems, and I bet Texas A&M at 100-1 in the game to win the national championship. That didn't work out.
the AFC with all these injuries and like we were like, oh wow, the AFC is so low and it's not much right now.
Hey, Dave's Bengals bet still alive.
Still alive.
We'll get to them, yeah. But I
Are
do,
they the 75-1 now?
the most fun team out there. You go right down the list. The Ravens are the Ravens, but they can't put anybody away. Like, yeah, they pulled another one. They can't put teams away, and whatever. They're a favorite, but I don't know if they're like
I
the
don't know
most
how you
likable.
don't believe in them kind
No,
of.
no, I do believe in them. I'm talking about likability. Like a team, everyone in the public, if you don't have a horse in the race, you should root for. The Chiefs, pull it back up. Sorry. The Chiefs are complaining about fucking calls. Frank's convinced me the Dolphins will never win.
No.
Jaguars, Lawrence, Bills, McDermott, ISIS. Browns, bad quarterback. Houston,
I don't
got a
know.
rookie.
I'll root for Flacco.
I
and the
feel like
Browns.
Denver is a team you could root for.
100%.
Yeah,
Frank, you're not
all
going
right,
to talk about Flacco?
I'd talk about Flacco.
Flacco's
And
unbelievable.
also, the Broncos might actually win this.
Russell Wilson's kind of a nerd. Stroud is a likable, but he's young. Colts, Minshew. I think the Bengals are a very likable
Made
team.
an excuse about every one of them, but not like that bad. Stroud, he's young. Like, that's
people hate rooting for
you're
young
gonna hate him.
quarterbacks.
All right, and-
Honestly,
Texans are so likable.
yeah, you might like the Texans.
Yeah, I've said
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Texans are likable.
Also, Frank is coming. I just want to clear something up. Frank's coming around on the Dolphins. I got him on the precipice of saying he could see them winning a Super Bowl, but he will not say it.
Okay.
By the way, right now, Denver, Houston, Cincinnati, and Buffalo are all out of the playoffs right now.
Yeah.
If the season ended today.
Yeah. The Tommy Smokes took an edible this past week, and he was like, "Watch the Dolphins." In-season Hard Knocks. This team's a team of destiny, and his notes are incredible. And I watched them. I'm completely all in on the Dolphins. I should have never watched it. I should have never watched it because
They're not frauds anymore.
No, this team they're special. They're so close. It's unbelievable.
Let me give you a quick Dallas, Miami stat, I guess, as well. So Dallas leads the league in points, 421. Miami plays tonight. They're at 384. They could eclipse that or get real close tonight, but I still think Dallas will be number one. But on the other side of the ball, Dallas is fourth in defense in terms of points allowed. This is a complete team, a very complete team.
The thing they are complete. I just think with them sometimes you see when they play the bad teams they really run it up. But I mean now they've been playing good against good teams besides San Fran, which they're most likely gonna have to go to San Fran at some point in the playoffs where they get there.
They've played like no winning teams. They've played 2 teams with a winning record.
And they beat up on the Eagles last night. They
did.
them, and that good for Dallas. The Eagles weren't a good team last night.
What's the Eagles though? Like, who do the Eagles have like their winning teams that they've beaten?
I mean, they just
they
beat the
just beat the
Chiefs and the
Chiefs.
Bills.
I know, but
Bills.
the Cowboys beat 2-3 teams. We keep going back to like the Cowboys.
Vikings have a winning record, right?
I mean,
But I'm saying the Cowboys haven't even done that. The Cowboys have only had 3 games against a team with a winning
We
record.
can't do like
Eagles
the Cowboys
twice.
just beat the shit out of the Eagles. We can't be like they haven't beaten anybody anymore. I feel like that's dumb.
No, I don't think it's saying that. I just think it's more the consistency where like even last night, like listen, they deserve it. They beat the shit out of them, but also three fumbles in opposing territory.
That's
Like there's
But that's guys making plays.
It is.
The Eagles beat the Bills too, by the way.
I won't say anything. You're right.
Oh, look,
what? We jump on. What are you
The
sensitive
guys
today?
making
I won't
plays.
say anything.
They
The
got
Bullhawks.
sensitive today.
You want Bullhawks on defense?
Well, I think I'm just way too many Eagle or Giants fans in here just jerking off the Cowboys.
I'm not jerking them
Too
off,
much for my liking
He is.
personally.
but
We cover the
It's a double-edged sword because I think I want them both to go fuck themselves.
we cover the NFL.
Do you honestly think the Cowboys are going to go into San Fran in the playoffs and win?
no,
Okay. And that's-
I don't. He does.
I don't think they have a chance.
There's a match.
I really don't.
I think
Night
there's a chance.
There. You think there's a chance?
I think there's a chance.
There's definitely a chance, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, of course there's a chance.
think there's
but I feel
just-
like the way that the Cowboys are playing right now, and the way that Dak is getting the ball out, the way it's moving, the defense is playing, I think there's a strong chance.
And I think the Eagles played that bad, which made them look that much better.
Marty, you asked me who the Eagles have beaten.
But maybe the Cowboys made him look that bad.
True.
They've beaten the Dolphins. They've beaten the Chiefs. They've beaten the Bills. They've beaten the Cowboys once. I mean, it's pretty good. That's a much better resume than the Eagles have. I think the Cowboys
They're not that team though right now.
Yeah.
Which is
3 weeks ago. I mean, like things.
they're not for whatever reason they're not. Their defense, they have 0 linebackers, no linebackers worthy of anything. Like Nick Morrow, who gets beaten on every single pass play, had a ball thrown right to him last night in his bread basket. All he had to do is go up like this. He batted it down right in front of his face.
Didn't even think
What the? Didn't even think about catching it. And their D line, which for the past 2 years has been the precipice of their pass rush, non-existent. Just non-existent.
He's
It
got
might-
all day to throw.
yeah, I don't know why they just fell off the face of the earth. And the secondary between Slay and Bradbury, two supposed studs on this team. They fucking stink, and they're the best ones out there.
Do you think anyone
Falling off.
besides those 3 teams have any chance for the NFC?
No.
I think none.
No.
The only not like a well.
I'll go one even further. I
Define
don't
a
even
chance.
think anybody's pesky.
Like,
Like I could
like,
see the Packers.
That's I was gonna throw Packers in like
Packers start, like,
team you don't
picking
want to
things up
see
here.
in the playoffs kind of team.
Also,
They got-
I
don't
still don't think they're gonna go to San Fran or like Dallas and win. Or
do
something.
not
that's what
do
I'm
not.
saying. There's no chance.
It's a long shot.
I think they'd go give them a game maybe like. But it could be one of those games where you go force a few turnovers, kind of how the Cowboys did yesterday. You never know.
If the Giants win tonight, they're only a game back of the 60. Just a reminder of that.
Get me to that. No, get
I'm
me
the 7th
there.
seed. My apologies, but you get
Be
it.
there, Phil.
It is,
I want
it
that.
is so crazy. I mean, I'm sure a lot of teams are definitely a lot of teams are in this boat. They could say something like this, but I mean, a bounce this way in the Jets. They don't throw the Jets game, the Bills game. It's
bounces?
crazy where they could be.
Or the Cowboys game.
A lot of teams could say it. I mean,
Didn't the Giants always beat
Eddie's-
the Cowboys in Dallas?
No, we got smoked.
no, we got murdered.
25-17.
Okay, we got smoked.
Literally murdered.
Killed.
That was the first game of the season, right?
Yeah, we got our field goal blocked. I think the first thing. And
We might have been down 20 in the first quarter.
That was the start of the
really good first.
I was thinking the Bills game they almost won.
Killed.
Bills game.
Bills, we like almost should have won.
Do you?
got fucked.
Well, let me keep it on the Cowboys quick. Dak or Purdy MVP?
Dak.
Dak's having an unbelievable year. But is Lamar still up there? He had a great game yesterday.
I would think so. I would think. he's
I
right
think
there.
he threw for like 3 touchdowns, 350.
Yeah, I would think he's right there.
Let's say the Cowboys don't win the division.
He's third.
Would you give Dak MVP if he is a wild card team?
Yes,
I think he could.
Could.
I would.
I think Jalen Hurts should.
I mean, it's his.
Just gave
it's
the
his
Heisman.
to
We just
lose.
gave the Heisman to a guy with 3 losses.
I mean, let's say
Gets announced tonight.
No, it's been announced. I heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
All
they
right.
told me on the Twitter.
Saw a tweet last night.
Let's say Tua and the Dolphins win the AFC. They have the number 1 seed. Going to the playoffs. Would Tua be an MVP candidate over Dak?
really like. I honestly, I don't think it truly matters completely about where they finish. I think
Okay.
it's just their. You know what I mean?
Individual statistics?
Unfortunately,
just
I do
the
think,
momentum too.
Unfortunately, I do think they do take what you're saying in consideration. But because like even Mahomes shouldn't even be anywhere on the list.
No.
And he was up top 5 for like till yesterday. So I don't know. But I think it has to be one of them two.
It's Dak's to lose.
But like it is. I think because Lamar had 2 games. So like Lamar's having an incredible season, bringing them to maybe a 1 seed, 2 maybe. I don't
He
know.
just isn't passing for enough touchdowns. I'm not saying he's not doing a great job. I'm saying for the writers to vote as MVP, he hasn't passed for enough touchdowns.
Like Dak's been going crazy the last like month and a half.
Yeah, it's been good. All right, the other big game, big storyline, Chiefs Buffalo in a game that I said it was big. Obviously, the Chiefs, the pesky underdog in the AFC, the pesky wildcard team is the Bills. To Marty's point, like get them at 28-1. For all the shit we've been talking about them, they're still very much alive and pesky in that AFC. I could see them definitely fucking some things up, putting it together, and making a run. Kansas City had a chance to, I don't want to say eliminate them from the playoffs, but definitely keep them the fuck away.
I mean,
or
right,
make it
right
difficult.
now
couldn't do it.
There's 6, 7, and 6 teams in the AFC fighting for
13
2
total.
spots.
If they lost that game, I think Bills would have done.
7-6.
Be in a
or
bad
6
spot. That was a
7
huge win.
I think 7-6 or 6-7. There's
Right.
13 in the league. All right there. It's
See,
crazy.
if you look at the AFC, it's just nuts. Just 7 and 6 from literally
NFC too.
5 to like 10.
So you could have got the Bills.
NFL teams are mid this year.
You could have got the Bills like out of the way. You could have got
that
them.
shows how competitive the league is right now. Where there's a bunch of like 500.
He's
teams.
gonna.
It was obviously.
Is that not the truth?
It is, but it's just the you. I think we disagree on like how the product this year isn't what it was the last.
No,
year.
I just refuse to sit and cry about football.
That's not what I'm saying. No, I'm simply saying.
not gonna
I'm
do it.
simply saying the product isn't as good as it has been the last couple of years.
I
Do
mean, we've had
you
some-
agree with that? Or disagree with that?
I would disagree overall. I think
Really?
We've had some tough injuries, obviously, like losing
Right.
Burrow and who?
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers
and,
at
right.
6, obviously.
But you don't think this is the same level of
Rob Lowe.
entertainment that we've had?
I just think prime.
I will defend the Shield. I will defend. If you want to sit and complain about how bad football is, not me. Not
I think
this guy.
the primetime games sucking probably has.
Offense is down across the. Look at the over-unders. Offense is just down this year. Like it's not as good as it was the last couple of years.
So why can't we say the defense is up?
We can.
Good point, Nick Mangold.
But is that the kind of NFL people want to watch? I think people seem to like scoring.
I mean, they've certainly tried to cater it that way.
Right.
Yeah, but I still think like watching the games, I haven't been like, oh, this. Like, I hate watching football.
People love that 3-0 Raiders game last night.
I mean, that's gonna happen.
People are
every week.
going
It's
to
gonna be a gross game.
No matter what.
Is it
They
scoring
will
for
watch no
college?
matter what. Yeah,
Like if I want to see a high-scoring football game, I just watch college football.
3-0. That's
No,
what
no. I mean,
this is, but like when the over-unders, we start to hit the 20s and the 30, 31, like that's not a great thing. Now there's a lot of factors at play, but if I'm the NFL, I'm a little bit like, what's going on here? I don't want this to be a trend.
Well, I think
Is that a crazy statement?
Well, it's just like that. The injuries is what it was. Like Kirk Cousins would have been in that game, but it's
Right.
not.
Oh, I know. So that's the other thing. Is the offensive line where it should be across the league in NFL? Is the field turf where it should be across the league? There are issues with the NFL. The NFL is a great product. The NFL is a great sport. I love the NFL. But every sport has issues. And nothing's perfect, Ev.
Referees.
No, I think it's I really would say it's probably this year. I would say it's probably just the influx in like starting quarterbacks getting hurt.
Yes.
The one thing you did say was like Smitty just said too. The fact that the refs aren't full time and
Awful.
It's like what they only should do is like, how is that not just like, hey, let's do this? You know, we make a lot of money. Let's make them this their only job and not go back to accounting after.
Half these guys are on planes to go be lawyers the next day. What are we doing?
I wouldn't fault them.
So much is at stake. This is $18 billion business. That's how much they made last
But
year.
would it make them any better?
Yes.
It only helps.
In theory, it should.
Yeah, but you're not. I guess
'Cause, I mean, their lives would be literally
you're not getting
dedicated to
you're
being
not
referees.
you're not getting reps in the spring.
Right.
You would though.
Yes.
Like, you would. That's like you would like they'd be year-round employees. They'd
You go
spend
in the ref
their
simulator.
in this theory, their lives would be dedicated to being.
How would it not help? Yeah, I mean,
I
that's
mean, you're not getting real NFL like reps.
But just the amount of like schooling and whatever you want to
yes.
call it.
Take
They're,
more
like,
clinics, things like that. Like this,
yeah, like just
ways to improve your craft.
beat them over the head with making good calls.
God damn it, make better calls.
better calls.
Like I don't see where you could. I want full-time refs, and I think it should be a full job. But I just like when you're talking about the springtime, how do you get those guys live reps so they can see what's going on? Because you can't embed them with teams because then you get a familiarity with the team, and then it gets weird.
I would imagine.
USFL?
I would imagine a lot of the offseason, maybe not even like live reps, but more just going over like film of like specific calls, like things like that. Of like this is like what a true, like what you should be looking for this penalty, blah blah blah. This is what you should like looking for. That maybe this is like not a call. I don't know. Like
And they get them those AI glasses where they're just on the field.
They could.
you got to keep
Can we
keep some
replicate that?
human element though.
No, like those that Oculus thing.
Yeah, he's saying like do like trainings, like virtual training.
They're on the sideline.
Maybe,
Why not? Why not? I mean,
maybe
What
yeah,
I'm
sure.
saying, like you're not gonna get live, but like you can at least have the clinics, or like at least like have people come to work, and your job as a ref, not taking off for 6 months and then just try it. Now we're just getting thrown into the NFL.
there's a reason the other sport leagues all have professional refs full time because it's a good thing. You provide, you said, you can dedicate your life to your craft.
Yeah, but that's a tough thing to say because the umpires they go
I feel
what
like we've been bitching
7
about
months.
umpires forever.
Oh, we'll always
Umpires go
bitch at-
7 months, majority of the year. NBA goes forever.
Yeah.
So that's a majority. Like you can't work another job. You're also work the games you're doing are probably 3-4 nights a week.
Right.
Like where exactly are you doing that?
But the NFL doesn't have money to pay these guys.
No, I agree with you. I just think you're comparing apples to oranges in that sense. Hockey the same way. Hockey has full-time refs.
Oh yeah.
Have to.
Yeah, because the same thing.
Hockey doesn't.
Yeah. So,
They don't spend shit either.
but it was.
They don't
no,
even
they-
send the announcers to the away games sometimes.
Well, they don't have the ratings don't.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
They're calling off the TV.
So it was obviously offsides, and it's Tony, which makes it hilarious because he's a fucking bum.
Okay. Obviously, though, isn't I know what is I know he was offsides. I get that 100%, and I'm not saying that. I mean, the refs.
Marty, don't go down this.
I'm not. I just want to play devil's advocate for a second. Isn't the main thing a wide receiver does is like, hey, ref, I'm good, right?
Yes.
Did he not do that? Is that something would happen? Like, that's why I'm trying, because I feel like that's just, it's, because the main thing is people are saying he shouldn't call it in that sense, but also refs have called worse calls in way bigger situations in the playoffs, last second, like the pass interference for the Saints or whatever, or the Rams, whatever. that was.
Literally, they were awarded a Super Bowl off. I would claim a less egregious call.
Yeah. And that's why I'm playing a little devil's advocate, because I think they're going a little too far of how fucking babyish they've been about this call, and like the refs.
No, it all has to do with what you said. If Tony looked at the ref and the ref went like this, or the ref went back up and Tony didn't do it, that's on Tony or the ref.
That's all I want.
If Tony didn't look, that's 100% on Tony, because you look every time.
Yeah.
You look every time when you line up. Like, okay.
I mean, he was a full yard ahead of the
Am I
ball.
on? Am I off?
Yeah. Oh, I know. I
You look every time at the ref.
He 100% was off, and I was wondering, like, and I guess it's just worse because false start, you stop the play. You know, like that play happening made it all worse because it was the coolest play in the NFL. I think.
Yeah.
That was one of the coolest plays.
Yes.
Did you see what Big Cat said? Big Cat was like, he said something along the lines of, it was really just Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid taking out all their frustration on the wide receivers, and they couldn't yell at the wide receivers.
Yeah, probably.
So they were taking it out on the refs.
Yeah. So why did? Well,
It's not a bad take.
Yeah, a few things. Why did?
And this. Did you guys see this?
Yeah, his
That
legacy.
made no
That made no sense.
Travis Kelce's Hall of Fame career, it's over, all because of that one
Right.
call.
It is so hilarious.
The other thing is, why did he complain to Allen? Did anyone see that clip?
He was just mad at the like.
He was.
Yeah, but if I was Allen, I'd be like, "Fuck you, we won." Like, granted,
he
it
was
was
being a
kinda
crybaby.
Yeah, I think he was just
a
like
spoiled brat.
mad, and he was just saying.
I'm just sick of guy. Like, he's gotten every call his whole life. Guy gets every bounce, every call. Literally, the last Super Bowl was like I said, a less egregious call. I just hate guys like that. Like, you
also,
lost. You've been losing a lot. Like, just
the way he said it to Allen. I was Allen. I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, get the fuck out of here."
I would be like, what the? I'd be like, what the fuck?
I think he
Put it on the
complained.
field.
He
He's
complained way too much, but like also like what. You're obviously gonna want to complain a little bit as a Chiefs fan, or
Yeah, but you don't do it right. If he did it in the hallway after, and we caught a video of them like in street clothes
Yeah, I
before the
agree.
press conference,
I
he
agree with
daps
that.
him up.
I agree with
He does it right on the field.
I think he's more frustrated than anything that he just sees that like there's. It's weird because they have such an easy upcoming schedule. They're probably going to be fine, but I think he feels the team is just clearly not as good as they've been the last.
Yeah, we said that the easy schedule.
I think him
coming up,
lashing out, he knows it.
But are we sure that they're going to be okay? Like we were like, oh, they're going to win out.
Oh, I don't think we're like
seed.
sure, but they just the schedule like their schedule is so easy, at least in the
Yeah,
regular
but
season.
they're like not good. and
It's
they're
tough
not,
to see them not going at least like.
They play the Broncos again. The Broncos don't lose.
They're not scoring a lot of
Yeah.
points.
They don't play the Broncos again.
They don't.
No, they have
Play the Chargers, I know.
Patriots, Raiders, Bengals, and Chargers.
Chargers?
I have a question for Nick.
Feels like they play the Chargers twice a year.
When Nick, when you were on the line,
get out of wait for the stream tonight with your bits.
when you were on the line, you saw a receiver that might have been over. Would you ever tell them to back up? Was that kind of your responsibility, or is that you have nothing to do with that, right? You're focused on your shit.
That's on them.
Okay.
That's wide receiver stuff.
How did you know you were always behind the ball and never go offside?
I made sure I put the ball further out.
All right, that makes sense.
Did you see Kelsey's offsides last night on the tush push? The fuck is that about?
I thought it was the left guard.
No, it was Kelsey's hand down again.
They've done that twice
Twice
this
this
year. I've
year.
noticed.
They put it. He put it.
It was
on.
he just put his other hand down. He went the 4-point stance, and they called it like on him, but it was just his hand.
I think that should be legal.
No, it is
would you
legal.
start
No,
that way?
so they fucked up. It was
Yeah,
it
it
is
should
legal.
be that
They fucked up.
Travis Kelsey's play. You guys agree with it? Or was it a little too much?
Was it? It almost looked planned.
It almost looked planned, but if it wasn't planned, is it kind of like, what are you doing, dude? Like,
It was a great play.
Anyway, obviously because it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, it got called back, but like, a lot of things can happen there when
Yes.
you're already in
He would look
field
like
goal range.
he'd look like a dum dum. I
Like,
agree.
he was
Yes.
so wide open, and
He also threw a perfect ball.
Perfect ball.
He hit him square.
worked
He hit him
out.
square in the chest.
And the guy was like kind of in his face too to throw the ball. Like, he did come all like that, and he like threw it. It just was such a beautiful play.
Yeah, he moved his body a funny way.
I really needed
Yeah.
the Bills, so I'm glad. Ref, fucking hell of a call.
That play.
I'm always- that
that
play-
play Monday morning is both. What are you doing, you idiot? Either way.
Yeah, but that play was so wide open. It's kind of like, why don't people do it more?
I don't understand how the hook like
You're not
the
in that situation, but like,
how is there not many more plays like does the hook and ladder? How is it not like?
or you're like,
Because the guy drops it one time, and you're like, "That's why."
Yeah, but it's still like I think there should
We're
always
never
be
doing that again.
I think there should always
Because
be
they're
an option.
driving down the win, and then they fumble the ball and end the game.
I think there should be an option.
That's why we don't do
There's-
that.
Teams don't even put the option out there anymore.
Well, I mean, you always have the option. He had the option last.
No, like planned option.
But see, I think it's the closing speed.
They read the ball too fast. The defensive ends they make the reads.
Well, it's
Great in high school ball.
yeah, high school and college.
They don't do the Statue of Liberty anymore either when they just take it from his
Too slow developing.
Boise State ruined
Yeah,
it.
Boise State
The
ruined
worst,
it. Everyone's
the worst play of all time.
Not in flag football.
Not in flag football, no.
Oh, third grade flag football. That is.
Boise State did both in one.
Yeah.
They ruined it both. You can't do them
points in a
anymore.
row.
Yeah, crazy.
Everyone sees it coming now.
Baltimore wins on a punt return TD walk-off. This is now the second time we've seen this year. Is that the most electric way to end a game? And is it also kind of odd that we've seen it twice this year now with the Jets and Bills?
It is electric.
It's great.
Crazy, though.
Hail Mary,
like-
though.
Yeah, Hail Mary always have it. Hail Mary definitely has it beat. Like that moment of the ball just flying in the air for what feels like an hour, and it's like really like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And just seeing a guy actually come down with it is insane.
I don't know, but you kind of know, not that you know it's coming, but like, it's set up that it's either touchdown or not. Like the punt return, you never really expect it to be a touchdown.
But I almost think that's what makes it like the Hail Mary. It's like the anticipation, whereas like the kick, it kind of like obviously it sneaks up on you, the punt return, but it is incredible where it's like a 1A 1B kind of to me.
Definitely both beat field goals.
Yes, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Without a doubt.
Hey, Wallace was
There's also
crazy
nothing,
too because
nothing worse than a team taking knees to kick the field goal.
Yeah.
However,
Where they know they're there, and it's like,
however, a field goal missed win.
yeah, especially when it's like a chip shot.
Yeah.
It's like 30 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that still feels a
Shanks
little
it.
dirty.
Oh yeah. It feels
It
good.
almost feels sweeter that way.
Like he got away with something.
Because they fucked up.
Yeah, they fucked up, so you win.
what's the confidence level of the Ravens? I mean, you count this as an impressive win. The Rams have been
Rams are pretty
pretty down,
good.
still a lot of talent.
You're a little down on the Ravens. You're all little slights to the Ravens. The Rams are just good.
Rams are good.
I might agree with
They're
you
in that
slightly
mix
on
of
the
like,
Ravens,
yeah,
though.
they're in that.
The Ravens are the spot where
they let teams back into games.
Yeah, the Ravens, like I'm not like
They don't put anybody
I'm not
on.
totally sold on them, but the AFC playoff picture just isn't looking super tough. So I'm kind of like torn on both sides. Where I'm like, I don't know if I fully believe in them, but I easily could see them making the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was saying if the Ravens won the Super Bowl, I would not be like shocked. I would not be, oh my god,
No.
it's the craziest thing that ever happened. Not at all.
Yes, I agree. They're playing very well, but they do not put teams away.
And they didn't cover.
There's been a few
About the
teams.
Rams.
7.5.
Teams just come back on the Ravens. So I wrote down the Lions.
Do you think the Ravens, Rico, really quick? Do you think the Ravens like this is a must-win year given the injuries in the AFC? Like if Lamar doesn't get it done this year, when will he get it done?
But like then you also
Is that a
like,
fair question?
He also has injuries.
Fair.
Like,
Also that the
his
I don't think it's a fair question.
Chiefs
best
don't look
receiver got-
the Chiefs don't look ungodly either.
He's 26 years old. Like he has a lot of more time to get
Yeah,
it
but
done.
people can't like people. His whole thing is not winning in the playoffs, and now it's wide open in the AFC. The Chiefs definitely look beatable.
Yeah, but if
I think the Chiefs are going to be fine in like 2 years,
But if they get knocked out in the second round, then it's not like, oh, the book's closed on Lamar Jackson. They'll just be competitive next year.
I also think you have to.
Yeah,
Give,
but you,
the narrative will still be there though.
you have to make a step.
I think you have to make a step. But don't you think there should also be a narrative of like what he's 10-3 with a rookie receiver and Odell who's like randomly just coming back now.
They're like that every year, though.
But like Mark Andrews has been hurt for now what 2-3 weeks. Like he's lost his number one option. I do think you have to give him a little more credit.
Likely he's
than
been a
we're
beast too.
Giving as well, you know. I feel like we're just kind of like, oh, Lamar's doing all right. It's like this. He doesn't have the greatest weapons around him.
No.
So he's
And
he's
Dobbins.
underrated every year then because he does this every year.
I think he kind of is.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're all just waiting for him to get hurt.
That's a problem.
He's
That is
also
a
he's also been healthy this year. This is the most games he's played in like 3 years
Right. So
already.
everyone's just like, well, yeah, Baltimore's there, but he's going to get hurt, and then it's going to end up, one game in the playoffs, and we're done.
I mean, the Ravens look way better than the Chiefs.
Oh yeah.
Sure. I mean, they're in the driver's seat to have the number 1 seed right now
Yeah.
too.
At
They have a
least
tough schedule though.
Rice is at least like starting to maybe catch the ball for him. I think he's the only one that's like starting to become something for Mahomes.
Ravens still have to go at Niners and also Dolphins.
Where's Sky Moore? Like, where is he?
He's not good.
But like, I know, but like, he was at least something that last year.
I don't
Not
think
real.
it
They didn't
was.
use
A
him
little
much
bit.
last year.
Like he was something. Like I know
He just
Juju
caught- he caught
was-
that-
He was a high draft pick. That's
He
what it was.
caught that one ball in the Super Bowl for the touchdown, but he didn't
probably
really.
what I'm thinking of.
But he didn't really. He wasn't really a factor like
Just
most of the
Juju
year.
then, right?
Yeah.
Mahomes got to be a recruiter, if you ask me.
They got no money. That's the problem. They gave him all the money.
Take less money.
He took all the money.
Yeah, but I guess he can. Can you go incentive based? Can he talk to guys and be like,
Can do it
I will
like-
make you look good. Come
See,
here for
but
a year, and then go get a bag somewhere else.
But even they didn't even have money like for like say a guy like Hopkins that would have been like a guy that I think would fit that mold you're talking about. They are like even Odell this year would have fit that mold too. They still don't have enough money.
They're talking.
You guys are
about,
still going to get like 10, 50 million for a season. They don't
his
have
name?
that
the
for one receiver.
Cardinals tight end. Ertz.
Zach Ertz.
They're talking about him too.
For what? The Chiefs?
Yeah,
He has to be cut to like join the team. But even
I thought he was.
he's already cut.
Cut. He was cut
yeah,
last week.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
I'm
saying.
surprised the Ravens aren't in on
There's
him.
Chiefs, Eagles, and
He's taking his time.
yeah. I mean, why would he rush?
No, I know. I'm just
Be in the
surprised the
playoffs.
Ravens aren't making it because with Andrews going down, it would be kind of a perfect.
Likely's been great.
It's true.
I wrote down the
Yeah,
Lions.
Coastal.
Lions stink. I think.
Told you.
I think both of you tried to warn me on that. I got a little happy because I took the Lions against the Saints because I knew the Saints stunk, so I got it right last week. And I'm like, double.
maybe the Bears are good.
Yeah, I wrote that. Fields is good. They had a lot of good runs.
He's playing really well.
I thought we had a 4-team race in the NFC to a degree. Lions distant fourth. I don't take them seriously at all. It's one of these three in the NFC, and that's it. It's 49ers, Cowboys, Eagles.
Yeah.
That's it.
The Lions were fun. I tried to tell you, their defense cannot hold anybody.
So
Anybody.
interesting note here: the Lions and Vikings still have to play each other twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two teams that are like kind of in.
You stop short there.
That's it. That's the interesting note. But I mean, but you have the Vikings who are having major quarterback issues. You have the Lions that are flailing. Both teams
Lions
right now will be in the playoffs, but I
The
think
Lions will probably beat them twice, honestly, or like the Lions will like still like make the playoffs and everything. They're just not going to do anything there.
The Vikings need to throw their playbooks in the fireplace and then say, "Hey, Josh Dobbs, go do what you want."
He's horrible.
He's awful when the playbook is actually.
What do you have?
being read.
65 yards.
But you
yesterday?
can't be a coach, and then when that comes out, and the beat report is like, "Hey, you lost.
Obviously.
You lost this game."
Obviously,
It's like you're just gonna get fucking hooked.
no shit.
You have to have a plan.
Yeah,
Gotta call
but
a play.
seriously, like you have him go up there and just like play flag football, just get street ball.
Stupid,
And,
but you're like
and-
really right.
I know.
Because like when he has 3 days to prepare against the guy's a wizard. When he knows the playbook, he sucks.
it's horrible.
Maybe he's too smart.
Yeah, he might
no,
like be
he might be.
overthinking too many things. Like when he's not thinking,
things.
he's slinging.
Yeah.
So is he done for the year? They benched him now because they took him out in the fourth quarter, about 7 minutes left.
I think you have to.
So they're gonna go Mullins the rest of the way.
Nick Mullins is dog shit.
Yeah, you have to play.
He's horrible. There's so many bad quarterbacks playing right now. It's insane.
Nuts.
It's actually shocking how much he regressed the past 2 weeks. He was so
It's actually
good.
impressive.
He
never
was so good for like
you know
3
what?
weeks.
He never went to average quarterback.
No,
No, yeah.
Amazing to dog
Yeah.
shit.
He was super smart.
it was
The whole average part.
Some stars shine
turned out
too
way
bright.
too fast.
Crazy. Speaking of likable quarterbacks or teams, playing well, Jake Browning, another pretty good performance. Threw the pick six
good.
off the guy's hand. It is what it is. But 18 to 24, 275, 2 TDs. Since he smacks Indianapolis, hits that over, which we all loved. Burrow gifts his suite to Browning's friends and family. I wrote this blog. I think it's going up. Are the Bengals cornering the market now on like likable quarterbacks? Because Burrow's obviously the coolest. Browning's a guy you can all root for. But,
Is many people talking about Browning this much about being likable?
yeah, it's a guy you can root for sure.
100%. I'm just saying, like, I don't know if he's like. I'm not like. I don't really care about Browning, to be completely honest.
It's likable that he comes in and is slinging
Yeah, he's
and wins. If he
pretty well.
stunk, he wouldn't be likable.
I agree with that too. But
Like, if he
I mean,
loses
Dobbs
2
was
more
like,
games, he's
yeah.
out.
Listen, it's still early. He could stink, but you like Dobbs right away. Like it was a story we all get behind.
Yeah, but Dobbs, you can see that there was something there. Dobbs was putting people in position to win. If Browning came out and just like put up a stinker,
He kind of did his first start too, weirdly enough, and has been really good at second and third starts.
Browning.
Yes,
Yeah. That's the thing. It's just like we've seen Browning before.
this is the first time we've seen him get real extended time though.
Who did they just beat again?
Colts.
Yeah. Who
They literally beat 2 playoff teams right now.
No, I know, but who's like? Do they play a good team coming up?
Yeah, I think so.
Who they beat last week?
I mean, the Jags with I mean, and Lawrence was playing like
think
most of that game.
Jags suck.
They might be.
They're just not good. Lawrence is like, I know if he's banged up, whatever. He's just, I think they're just all frauds too.
All right, so the Bengals go Vikings at home, at Steelers, at Chiefs, Browns.
Tough games. Some tough games.
Tough, but not like brutal.
I like the Browns, Chiefs. Their defenses are good.
Yeah.
49ers 28, Seattle 16. I don't really know what to say anymore about the 49ers other than it's just the best team in the NFL.
They're terrifying.
So, like, what do you really?
Drew Lock didn't look awful.
Yeah, he played well.
He really didn't.
Great cover by the Seahawks. Gritty cover.
14's a lot of
Ayuk
points.
fumbling that ball was, I knew it was over after that.
That was when you saw it before it even happened.
Yeah.
Because as a Seahawks player, I was like, get that ball. I see
I
him.
tweeted, it's
Come
like, there's
on.
nothing worse when you see a guy running from behind. Like, you want to
He's got that loaf of bread just swinging the ball. You see the guy hustling behind, ready to just boom.
You can't hear anybody on the field, right? Besides, like when you're in the middle of the play, like if someone was like, "Hey, it's behind," like there's no way you could hear.
But
it,
at some stadiums, not at Jerry World where it's above you, but at like Lincoln Financial Field, there's screens at each side of the field so you can see if you're running, if somebody's behind you.
There's no
But
way.
I mean, it's like to look up at the jumbotron.
Yeah.
There's no way you can hear someone in the middle of the play, right?
It depends on how good of a carry the voice has.
It's got to be because I was thinking about like because like basketball, someone's coming behind you, like behind you, like you can hear him. Football, no, I feel there's no way.
Yeah, I guess it depends. Depends on like what's going on in the play, how much the crowd's into it, and
Yeah.
everything. But on the field, like there's plenty of you can hear things going on.
Probably.
I feel like you got a sixth sense too, a lot of times.
Yeah,
I feel like you need to,
Yeah,
have to.
and just hold on to the ball.
Spidey.
Spidey sense.
Yeah.
Herbert hurt, which I'm
Watch out
sure.
a crackback from Rico.
What?
What?
Crackback? You used to get crackback.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you didn't call it, fucking
It
brutal.
was really brutal.
Tell you guys call crackbacks.
Mhm.
Herbert hurt. Marty.
Sucks. He's bad.
You hate him.
I don't even hate him. I feel bad at this point.
They got to fire the coach. I mean, what this whole thing?
They're so bad. They were
Horrible.
talking about
Horrible.
benching Eckler.
Why?
Eckler's hasn't.
Just because the
He's
team's
been
so bad, like
bad.
just save him.
No, but he
Yeah.
also hasn't been very.
It's been
good.
very, very bad.
The whole
Yeah,
offense just
He
sucks.
had a touchdown yesterday. I know it's just.
You can't run.
They got
you
weapons.
Can't run the
too.
ball.
They got weapons.
I saw this stat on I think it was PMT's TikTok. How many more receptions does Keenan Allen have than the second most on the Chargers?
Oh,
Probably like.
I mean, he's got almost like 1,200 yards.
I mean, there's like.
So Keenan Allen
this
has
year?
X. How many more does he have than the next
I
guy?
would guess.
Probably has 60 and then
I would guess he probably has about
20.
80 receptions. I'm going to guess like 55 more.
70. He has 70 more receptions than the next closest guy.
No way.
Then Eckler too,
Eckler's been
He's
bad.
hurt a few games and he's been bad.
and also Mike Williams is hurt.
And
and
Quinn
Johnson
Johnson is
can't
not
Quinn
cut it.
Johnson
good.
sucks.
Josh Palmer's hurt.
Finally made a couple catches yesterday, but he's been bad overall.
Best game yesterday.
Yeah, he's been not good for sure.
Well, like, I know, like the Chargers defense, past 2 games hasn't played awful, and he couldn't. I know he got hurt this game, but he can't do anything either.
They're saying he's probably just out for the year, which makes sense at this point. But
Easton Stick now. With the quarterbacks that we're throwing out there, there's got to be someone better
he's a
than
North Dakota State guy. I
Has to be
think?
someone else better.
Yeah.
Stick is his name.
I want to say he's North Dakota State. I think
He is.
I might-
Ev.
That sounds like something you save up for Christmas for your dad. Yeah, can you give me the Easton Stick? Fucking $350. But I'm gonna hit it over the left field fence.
I was like a badass for Little League when I was in
It's a
4th
bat.
grade.
That's a bat. That's a bat.
It is a bat.
The Easton Stick. That's a bat. Google Easton Stick and you're gonna get a bat. Guarantee it.
Okay.
They've had to have named something in their line. The stick.
Chargers quarterback might come up, but
Yeah, man. Especially this week. But still.
Let's Google Easton Stick bat and let's see what happens.
It's
All right, dudes. Yeah. Okay. Can you double check, asshole?
quarterback on the
before I make that
Chargers.
mouse a suppository. Can you double check if Easton made a bat named the Stick? Can you try that?
the
Thunderstick.
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 Chargers quarterback. Thunderstick.
I don't look so stupid now.
Oh, is Easton Stick like the?
You told me to look up Easton Stick.
Yeah, fair.
By the way, that's the
I
Chargers.
read
on prime time.
Boscoisms pretty well. I couldn't get that one.
I thought they would have made it. Yeah, whatever. I feel like they would make the bat the Stick. Flacco back. Looked fucking good.
He's slinging it, man.
Cleveland in the race too.
His press conference after did you see it? He was like, honestly, I'm just taking it all in. It's like I'm 10 years old again. I'm having so much fun playing. Like, this is what I was telling you about the Jets, is that he played all of last year, right? Like, he was on the team the entire year.
Yes, right.
This man came off the couch, went to the Browns, and is like, it's not like he has like crazy weapons. It's just a better system. It's crazy to say it's the Browns.
I know, that's the
like
thing.
I'm saying the offensive system for the Jets is so fucked up.
No argument.
It's hard for a quarterback to succeed right away there, besides probably Aaron Rodgers, where it's like he goes into the Browns off the couch after what? How many weeks? 12?
Yeah. I mean, it just shows you how
I'm
broken.
not saying he's fucking amazing, but I'm saying like he's like at least like.
No, I think the biggest difference is the offensive line being good is huge for him because he can't really move well. No, he's played. I mean, he's played great. I mean, he said it to the team after the game. He's like, "Listen, like you're gonna win ugly games sometimes. Like it's."
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure a bunch of guys like that hear that from him. That guy who's like been there, done that. Like
I'm rooting for the Browns. They have fun.
They're gonna make the playoffs.
For sure, gonna make the playoffs. I think.
Nick, you played with very bad quarterbacks. You played with Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Is the system that important, or is it just the man behind the center? Like, what is it? What are we?
Real quick.
Did you play with a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Brett
Oh,
Favre.
Brett Favre. That's right. I played with Favre. That's right.
Oh well, that doesn't count.
How does that not count?
That
What the fuck are you
counts. It
talking about?
counts.
How does that not count?
He wasn't.
I did have a pause where I was like, "Did it?" I was like, "Oh, Favre."
I forgot about
right.
Favre. He was-
Yeah. And now name the
Oh,
very,
Favre certainly counts.
Yeah, so now force him to name the very bad quarterbacks.
Geno Smith could still get in the Hall of Fame.
It's true.
Hey,
Pro Bowler.
You have Ray Lucas? Or was he too young?
No, I didn't have Ray.
Who was
Who
some
was
of the,
every
who was some of the other
quarterback you had?
randoms you
All
had?
right, we're gonna go down this. So
we'll be here till 3:00 today.
Yeah, we will be. We had Chad Pennington,
Makes sense.
Good.
Very good.
and then from Chad went into Kellen Clemens,
Okay.
Oregon.
to Farvey, to Sanchez.
His moments.
And then from Sanchez, we went into, well, Tebow was there.
You had Tim on, do you?
I had Tim.
They were there together, yeah. And Sanchez.
Well, we haven't gotten there yet. We still got a lot to go. Geno Smith. I had Michael Vick.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Fitzpatrick. And then a handful of smaller guys in between throughout the time. But yeah, it's a.
Do you have the other idiot, Hackenberg?
I had Hack.
Do you have McElroy?
Had McElroy.
Bryce Petty.
I like Craig.
Bryce Petty.
Oh my God.
Baylor. Shut up, Baylor.
Yeah, Bryce Petty.
I'm Tupa.
Nick, I have a trivia question for you.
Ooh.
So there's only one player left from your draft class in the NFL that's active. Do you know who it is?
06ers. Who's left?
Give you a hint. It's a tight end.
Oh, I know who it is.
Oh, I
I
know
think I
who
know who it is.
Who's the old goat?
Got it.
I don't got it.
Mercedes Lewis, right?
Correct.
Wow.
Mercedes Lewis is still around?
I found out last night.
Yep.
And he's a first rounder too.
It's
Crazy.
not
enough.
possible.
He's on the Bears.
He's a blocking. He's just saying he's a blocking tight end in the last like few years.
Jeez.
I honestly forgot Jimmy Graham was on the Saints.
He's scoring touchdowns
That's
still.
what I saw. I was like, "Whoa, Jimmy's still there."
So is the quarterback that important, or is it the system? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Marty's point is the Jet system's so broken, no one can succeed there.
No, it's both. I mean, like you look at Flacco going into the Browns situation. The Browns have an amazing offensive line. They can run the ball. They have a great defense. And so it's kind of set up for a plug-and-play situation where not a lot is asked of Joe Flacco. Like, he just has to make the throws that he needs to, and he doesn't really need to do much, where I think the Jets is more quarterback-focused. We don't have as much of a run game, and so, like, that it shows. So you need a more capable quarterback to be able to run that kind of system. So I think they go hand in hand. But the Browns setup is set up for you can plug and play a veteran quarterback that knows what they're doing, and it makes it easy for them.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll give you guys this one then next. Jets 30-6.
We're back, baby.
Zach Wilson's great. I've turned around. I'm all in on Zach
Did
Wilson.
anybody bet? Did you end up betting the
bet the
Jets?
Jets.
That was a screamer.
I bet the Jets. That was.
Line just makes it made a
Also-
ton of sense.
That's also what we're talking about the AFC picture. Stroud's like concussion now. I don't know how he's looking. Like I
He's
feel
a good backup, though. I mean, not a great backup.
no,
but
they
backup.
don't. He sucks.
I don't mind Davis Mills.
Davis Mills got the
Mills.
longest.
He's not terrible.
Somebody just try to sell me.
Remember
on
him
Davis
last
Mills?
year?
I know, but compared to other backups, I'm saying in the NFL, he's not the worst. I think he's an above average backup.
Compared to Zach Wilson.
I'd rather have Davis Mills than Zach Wilson.
I don't know about that.
I'd rather Zach Wilson. I really would.
Davis Mills quarterbacked a 2-14 football team last year.
Yeah. He's not. I'm saying for a backup. He also started a lot of those games and was
They
competent.
lost almost all of them.
I know, but it's not his fault. You're better than that. You know it's
But a
not his
backup.
fault.
No, he's. If you look up Davis Mills,
I just don't think he was like. I wouldn't.
I'm saying he's above average backup.
I
don't.
think he's just like a backup.
I thought that he was like a bright spot on that team last year.
I didn't think he was that
unless I'm
horrible.
like misremembering things. Like
Kind of was. He gave sparks.
Like, listen, the team was bad. I get it. I don't think it was like all his fault. But
He's not a starter for a playoff team.
No.
No, of course
He
not.
should be a starter for any team.
No, he should. No, I agree. But I'm saying if that's your break glass in case of emergency, that's not the worst one to have.
Yeah.
He's not the worst.
Pretty
He's
bad.
not the worst backup.
Tampa Bay 29, Atlanta 25. So I guess I'll relate this back to Dallas. If Dallas doesn't win the division, they're still granted they got to probably go to San Fran, but they're in a pretty good spot getting this NFC South winner for the most part.
Yeah.
In the 4 or 5
whoever it is,
it could be an 8-point road favorite, 9-point road. Like
Absolutely. Whoever it is,
That's what Dallas is every year. They'll smash the first round, and then they'll go into the divisional round, play a close game, and lose, probably controversially.
Who would you least want to play if you were Dallas in that situation? The Bucks or Bucks, Falcons, or Saints? And remember,
Doesn't matter.
You're gonna be on the road.
It would steamroll.
I would say
Doesn't matter.
probably the Bucks if I had to pick one that I didn't want to play.
See, I probably wouldn't want to play the Saints, not because of the team, but because of the
Style.
The defense.
the venue.
Yeah, fair.
Well, I feel like the Saints could get into a track meet with them too.
I just don't trust
agree.
that. I would say the Saints if it wasn't for Derek Carr.
I think the Saints are the best team, but they
Because I think with Baker at least they're the most like they're the steadiest I would say of the group,
Yeah.
Bucks, baby.
and they have some vets that have been there, done that a little
So,
bit.
number one team. I told you they're going to win the division, and they're winning the division at the moment. They're 3-1 in the division, and they also end the season with the Panthers. There's the last game. They have the Saints. Are just. I cannot trust anything with that. Derek Carr is the worst quarterback.
They're terrible. It's so frustrating, having a rooting interest in the Saints. It's insane.
They played the Saints. Bucks Saints the second to last week of the season in Tampa.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen a team look so bad that won by 22 points.
dude, that's what I was gonna say. They smoked them, and they suck.
They looked horrible.
They're just bad, man. Derek Carr's not a good quarterback, and he keeps getting these deals.
Smitty, do you have the tiebreaker technically right now? Because the score has Dallas in the lead.
Dallas is a tiebreaker.
Yeah, Eagles are the 5 seed right now.
Interesting.
Bucks are ahead of them. That's so funny. Then when you see the graphic and it's like Bucks are the 4 seed and the Eagles are the 5, it's like this fucking league is so stupid.
It's not going to stay that way, but
All right, I'll give you this spin zone. Is it better to have the 2 than the 1?
no.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no, but I'd like to hear why you're asking.
Because in the Final Four, you will get either Dallas or in the divisional, you'll get the loser of Dallas and the Eagles.
Bye week and home games are everything.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're the 2, you're getting the Lions.
You have to play. You have to play though.
You got to play. You're going to play the Packers, the Rams, the Seahawks.
Guys can always get hurt too.
Packers and
These are all
Packers and
guys in
Rams
the
are
wild.
not like easy
you,
games.
you think all those teams are like a
Nick, what's the
serious
correct
threat in
answer?
the wild card?
Correct answer is 1. You take the bye week.
Yeah. No. Just all right. What's the easier? Obviously, you want to have the 1, but what's the easier matchup? Like, wouldn't you want to avoid the Dallas or Philly?
Like Ev just said, the Packers can take a game.
Packers Rams are
Any
not
game.
teams out of
the 49ers lose games. We've seen them lose to the Cowboys lost to the Cardinals.
And you're going to have to play them anyway if you want to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'd rather.
I'd rather play them at home.
I'm strictly talking about in the Final Four. Who would I rather play? I feel like I'd rather play Detroit than the Cowboys or the.
I would too, but
in a perfect world, sure, but
But I don't think. Here's the other part. It's kind of a moot point because the 49ers fear nobody because they smacked the Cowboys and smacked the Eagles.
Yeah.
So.
Also lost to the Vikings. And
Yeah, I mean, the NFL. I think
With their core like group fully healthy though, I mean,
I think they're are they undefeated with Debo?
They are.
I think if Debo stays healthy,
the
like
Debo, Trent, Ayuk, and then
Yeah.
McCaffrey all healthy and Purdy all healthy.
No, they are without a doubt the best team in the NFL right now.
You don't like going to San Fran and beating them is, I mean, if you can do that in the NFC playoffs, God bless you.
Minnesota 3-0 against Vegas. I'm not even going to touch on that. Denver 24 against the Chargers. Credit to Russell Wilson. I mean, also Hackett should never get a job.
oh no, but he'll be the offensive coordinator next year
Yeah, you will.
for the Jets. We're stuck with him for another year now.
Yeah, he ever again.
What a glow up for Sean Payton.
Yeah,
Like people are riding him out of the league.
he's got a movie made about him. I don't know who the fuck watched it, but
He did lose by 70.
I did.
He did
Watch
lose
it on
by.
the plane.
He did put up a 70 spot.
That is a bad look.
Honestly,
He's undefeated
actually,
since, right?
honestly, how funny would it be?
no, not since.
Oh, I don't think so.
if they went and then beat the Dolphins in the playoffs in Miami after losing by literally 50 to them.
We were talking
That'd
about
be hysterical.
this too, like as them as the 1 seed. Like nobody's scared to go to Miami.
No.
Like that's where, like,
For a multitude of
imagine
reasons.
going to the Ravens
Man,
or
that
the,
was fucking
the
week 3.
I'm not talking. It's
They've lost 3.
Three.
It's just so egregious.
I'm not talking. It's fine. I've been 2 sentences in.
It was fucking
You're
week
talking about
3.
Smitty's point from like 10 minutes ago.
September 24th.
You really do live in your own world, don't you?
I had to. That's a crazy statement.
I don't even know what you're talking about, honestly.
Okay. They've won every game since they were 0-5, not 0-3.
No, they haven't. They lost 2 weeks ago to the Texans.
That was me. That was so egregious.
They are 5. They are 5. They've won 5 of the last. Oh, sorry, 6 of the last 7.
The guy said they haven't
wrong.
lost since Rosh Hashanah. Come on, bro. Fucking Hanukkah. They didn't run the table here. Bro.
Smitty thinks like 10-3.
Go ahead.
Hanukkah,
Marty.
no less.
No, it's over now. I don't know what the fuck I was. Oh,
They have been really good.
Dolphins.
They've been great.
The Dolphins at 1 and the Ravens at 1 is such a difference of like who you're scared to go to. The playing in Baltimore is way harder than you're like happy to go play in the hot weather and the Dolphins.
Is that just because of recency bias? Like the Dolphins haven't had a home playoff game since 2002.
No, I don't
It's-
think.
I think
so.
it's
I think it's just
it's
like,
style of play. It's like the ruckus home environment, weather. And I think it's a multitude of things.
when you live in Baltimore, you can. Think
I'm
about
thinking
is the
defense, black jerseys.
And the wire.
People just the wire.
And just like the fans are like, it's
Oh,
stupid to
everything.
say, but like they fucking love the
Yes.
Ravens. The Dolphins, it's like, oh, the Dolphins lost. All right, let's go to the beach.
You would know. Does Miami have a home field advantage?
No, it's the 6th borough.
Yeah, it's like
I love playing in Miami. It's
and like
awesome.
being warm in a playoff game.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That's a boys trip. Jets playing the Dolphins in a playoff game. All of New York's going down to watch them.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we had more Jets fans at Miami home games than they had Miami fans. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Love playing down there.
Monday Night Football tonight. Green Bay -6 going to MetLife, total 36.5. Who loves something? Who has a real feel on here? I'm interested to see what the Packers do. The Packers are
I got a prop that I like.
okay.
Hyatt over 25.5 receiving yards. With DeVito, they've started trying to get in the ball more and more. He's made some big plays. This could be one catch for him. I think coming off the bye, you really try to get him like more and more involved. It's not a lot of yards from him. That's 1-2 catches for him. They throw him a lot of deep balls. I really feel like I have no feel on the side. I mean, it's tough because obviously the Packers have been playing so well. I'm not going to bet like against the Giants.
This is a Giants line.
I feel a little bit like that, but I'm
Packers. Jordan Love has been getting his dick sucked. Everyone, and he deserves it to be honest. He's been playing well, but like this is such a just the Giants. Their defense gives them a little bit.
that's what's going to have to. The defense is going to have to show out for that.
Yeah, well,
it's
it's
this
gonna-
number. I like the under. It's 37. I know it's low, but I like the under in that game.
No chance it gets to 30. No chance.
If the Giants
So I
gonna if
agree.
the Giants gonna keep it close, it's like a 20-17 game.
Wet, rainy.
20-14,
14-10.
whatever. Yeah, something like that. If they can keep it close.
Yeah, I think the Giants is 6 points. DeVito's at least throwing the ball, so it's nice to see
The problem is their pass rush is good, and he's been, even though he hasn't turned the ball over, he's been sacked a disgusting amount of times.
Oh yeah, 100%. I go Giants,
Which is good for the under.
this year.
I like Tommy DeVito. Anytime touchdown. It's plus 650. He has one rushing touchdown this year in only 3 games.
He's playing like
He starts
he's
anyway.
Playing for his entire he already has gotten some notoriety. Like this is the best time of his life. You said, remember that? Where we're like,
Oh, that he's peaked.
He's peaked. If he wins this game and we're
That's the
one
peak.
game
Monday
out.
Night Football, yeah.
Monday
I
Night
would say
Football.
this is the peak if he
like,
wins this game.
This was his entire career. His career's made after this. He'll be the backup for a while. Like he'll be the backup probably till we all die. Like,
Yeah.
this is the game if he wins. But I'll at least +6.
I like the under.
I think you guys have to take the under.
Yeah.
I kind of. You're right about the line. I kind of like the Giants +6. Well, the Packers looked great last
I
week.
mean, the Packers are a much better
2
football team.
weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, just the Packers are just a much better team.
The from Thanksgiving too, they looked great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
They've been on fire. Their offense is clicking.
Miami -14 hosting Tennessee. Total 46.5.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's Miami's team total.
30. I want to say.
Over.
They've been struggling.
It's
They've
40.
been struggling,
The total is 46.5. They're favored by 2 touchdowns.
I guess 30.
About 30. Yeah, like 30 to 16, 30, like in that range. They're guessing.
I looked it up this morning and it was because it was shocked.
I like Hopkins touchdowns plus like 260.
I like Henry.
He throws the ball a lot. Hopkins. That's the one thing.
Henry anytime touchdown. I have that. Yeah.
150.
I like Waddle
Well,
and
I have it -105,
Waddle and Hill parlayed together.
but I did it a couple days ago.
Let me see. It was TD score props anytime. Derrick Henry +150.
+150. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with me then. I got a terrible.
You got to cash out of that and
I think,
get a
think, I
new
might, I
line.
think I might need to look into that.
+150. He's been scoring more in the past 2 games. I know he's
Yeah, he's
scored
4 touchdowns the last 2 games.
touchdowns. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get Tua over 2.5 touchdowns +135.
My the only thing's maybe. I mean, odds. I hate.
Oh man, they're pretty.
I hate
bad.
laying 2 touchdowns. They are.
I don't know if I want to lay it.
Do you like to beat it? They just score so fast.
That's
Too is
the
the
thing.
problem.
Where I'm like,
They score so fast.
I was scared. Like the 49ers of what scared me off of this game because of yesterday I got them the Niners up 15 yesterday, and yeah, I was like, that's just so many points.
The Dolphins, unless they're playing the Commanders, they haven't been putting up like wild numbers.
The only thing with them, their defense have been playing a lot better since Ramsey came back, which gives me some pause. That's what I was thinking about, just making it kind of a prop day because I don't
do
love like
props.
either sides.
Like
I
Tyreek
know
Hill's-
I'm gonna end up taking the Tennessee +14. I'm gonna want to I'm gonna hate myself by the time the game's over. But
the way you were talking, you knew you were gonna take the Titans. Yeah.
I just can't
I'm
like
going
when I see the NFL and those biggest spreads, I can't help
I
myself.
could just see this as a game.
It's just so many points.
they go disgustingly.
Like if Levis can go get me like 17 points.
You think he can? Honestly,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he
I
can.
don't know if he
I
can.
hope so. I don't know if he can.
Yeah, I kind of want to take the Dolphins at +14.
I'm going Dolphins.
14.
I'm going Dolphins. I see it in my head right now. Them flying down the field. Hill is gonna have like 300
You
yards.
start the game, you're like, all right, like I'm catching 2 touchdowns to start with, and then like 4 minutes in, 70-yard touchdown the hill, and you're like, fuck. Like it's 7-0 already. You're like, Jesus Christ. And they get the ball back again. You're like, fuck, another one, fuck.
The Dolphins won by 21 points 2 weeks ago. They won by 30 points last week.
That's the
They play
scary part.
last
They
week?
blow people.
Commanders. The week before was the Jets. I'm not saying it's a tough
Yeah,
competition,
but
but
Jets like
I know.
their defense
Yeah.
at least like
they dropped
Well,
30,
that's what-
34 on the
Titans
Jets.
don't have the best. The Titans just let up 30 points to the Colts.
Colts have scored a lot on people, but you're correct. Still, like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, that Titans defense.
Yeah, I know. That's
I just think Vrabel's a good coach. That's the only thing I'm trying to like hang my hat on a little bit. If they can maybe
you're correct.
if they can run they got to do like the cliche things like play decent defense, like run the ball, keep the ball at their hands. But the problem is they get the ball and they score in 3 seconds.
6 of their 9 wins are by 14 points or more.
I'm going.
Smitty, did you see David Carr, what he said last week
About benching Jalen Hurts.
for Marcus Mariota?
Marcus Mariota, yeah, he's a moron.
Oh yeah, I did say
He's
that.
an absolute moron.
He tweeted this morning.
I mean, I'd be like, yes, David Carr. I still want to talk about it. You're still
Yeah,
an
you're-
idiot.
Should he
still
be
fucking
doing that?
idiot.
Should he be doing that with his brother in the league?
Yeah, really.
Serious.
Well,
I don't think that matters.
it
That
doesn't
much.
matter, but they should bench him. For
No,
sure.
I mean, if
It's like you don't see Mahomes' brother.
between David Carr and
I mean, just keep your family out of it.
between David Carr and Phil Simms, like just fucking morons.
Chris Sims.
That's just like, I
Phil
get,
Sims, good guy.
I get media stuff. Like I get you try and get after something to get people mad, or like if it happens. But like that one's just he simply doesn't believe. You know, like I believe it a little bit. Marcus Mariota, like, and is he saying it because Jalen Hurts is hurt?
Yeah, I think it was taken a little bit out of context.
I think he said,
But I didn't care. I didn't care to find out what that context was. But I saw people saying this is taken out of context.
I saw it because I think I blogged. It was like more of him saying, "Let Jalen Hurts like get 100% healthy and come back better." But like, I don't buy the Jalen Hurts is a grown man and he's going to know when he can play when he can't. They're doing design runs for the guy.
Yeah.
That's
how he got hurt last year.
You can't say he's hurt when you're designing. Like if he's playing hurt, don't design run him.
I'll tell you what. Obviously, he's not playing as good as he did last year. I'll just speak for just last night specifically. A lot of good balls he threw last night.
A lot of good
drops.
A lot of drops.
Oh,
Smith
yeah.
He threw some like pinpoint
And then
great passes.
AJ Brown dropped a couple. Yeah, no.
Monte Smith dropped a touchdown.
Two. There was a couple.
Yeah.
The AJ Brown was like down to like inside the 5. That was
Yeah, that one, like, yeah, that.
He's not playing.
He literally put like in his literally in
Against
his
the sideline. It was
basket,
right
like,
there.
in his lap.
We're talking about this, and he's the third favorite of the MVP.
A lot of people have been saying he shouldn't be, and I like because he's had more turnovers. I still think he's under. I don't know. Maybe I just have like kind of weirdly just love Hurts.
I think
but
it's
I just think he's still people are like don't give him the credit he deserves.
When you have a really good offense, like good weapons around you, they think anyone could.
That's what everyone says. I'm like he's still love.
I know.
his drop off.
Wait till Kelsey and Lane Johnson retire, see what he does. I'm like he's still he's a damn good football player.
His drop off from last year, especially statistically with the turnovers, has been significant.
Yeah.
But he's still top 5.
It's even with
Yeah,
he still,
well, yeah.
but
Like,
even like he
it's
still
hard to
has
do-
even
he's not
with
gonna do that every
the
year.
like he has 10 interceptions. He still is rushing receiving like over 30 touchdowns.
He's also holding the ball way too long.
That's what he's.
I think the play. I mean, I don't want to just keep like make it like it's not his fault at all, but I feel like the play calling
is
a big factor.
That's the thing though. He played better than he'll ever play last year, but that doesn't mean that he's
I
bad.
don't know if that's even true.
Why is that?
I just think his ceiling's pretty high. He's only 25. He could do better than he did last year in
I don't know,
his rest of his
last
career.
year was like, oh my god.
He's having a great year this year. 3,000 passing yards.
That's what I'm saying.
32
last year was
touchdowns.
so insane.
I know.
That we're talking about this year is that people are
a
saying
drop-off,
he
yeah.
Last year he was like immaculate.
Like it was like numbers like you won't even.
Just turnovers this year. He's turned the ball over 3 times as much.
No, I'm just shaking.
I know. You just like went like this in the middle of the
Yeah,
conversation.
No, tick. All right, so tonight. Oh yeah, he's fucking offside.
It's so funny how
Oh,
offsides he is.
He's like.
That's
It almost looks like the Bills guys.
His
over him.
entire body is over.
what is he thinking?
He just wasn't.
That's what I mean. You have to look at the ref.
Sidebar on that, the center, that is the worst snapping posture.
Yeah, what's he doing with that?
I don't know.
Why is the ball like he's kicking a field goal?
I don't know. That looks terrible.
Let's also give him it is a freeze frame, so that could be in the motion of moving it
Yeah.
up, down, doing a little something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
How's the ball
I mean,
ever get like
Creed,
that?
Creed Humphrey's a good center.
Until you.
No, I know he's a good center, but like that posture.
Oh no, I'm with you. He definitely looks weird, but I want to give him maybe he just kind of like lift the ass up, lift the ball up for like a half second, give yourself a little, and then back down.
Until you've done it for a living, you can't really judge it.
Good point. But even so, like
It's some center in my day.
you create space by keeping the ball out in front of you. So
Yeah.
he's hurting his guys.
Yes, I agree.
That's
Mind
true.
you, the right tackle is also in the backfield.
Well, 'cause
Also
that's
true.
why I
Yeah,
think
their
I
whole.
We're ignoring that too.
because the the guy on the right there is like lining up. It's not a freeze frame because he wouldn't be right there. You know, like that ball's because if he puts the ball out, he's offside too.
It's hilariously offsides.
The right guard or the right tackle, his helmet is supposed to break the pant line of the center, and he is nowhere near that.
Yeah.
You ever think about becoming an offensive line coach?
Is that Kelsey next to him?
Yeah, they won't let me.
They won't let you.
So isn't that a little almost on Kelsey too? Like, hey, get back.
Now they line up more off
You
him.
can't see it.
Yeah, they line off of
The
him.
lineman goes first. It kind of goes out.
It's completely on.
You
him.
look at the
look
it's
at the
so
ref.
simple.
Say-
The,
you look
the
at-
ref the ref says you're good or back up.
That's the first thing I learned.
But then Nate tweeted a
Uh,
clip. Terry
your wide
McLaren
receiver,
got
the
fucked.
coach says
McLaren
just
got
ask
fucked
the ref.
last year.
Yeah,
Lauren,
it was the
Lauren.
Giants. It was the Giants
He's
game.
like, are we good? And
No,
then,
because he basically said like it's not, which it is true. He's like it's not my job to tell you you're on or offsides.
right.
Right, but it's still.
They made a big thing about this thing. That's kind of more or less like not myth, but it's like their duty is not to be like
It's
back up.
but it's common courtesy.
That's true. 100%.
Common,
It's
from
true.
from middle school on.
It's like the gentleman's cup and beer.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It is
like this-
it's like a gentleman's agreement between receivers.
Now,
and
do we know the ref told him he was on?
I don't
Oh,
know.
that's what we're asking.
Yeah.
No, and the McLaurin.
I mean, by that, he's
the
not even looking
and the
the ref.
McLaurin one, he literally did like he gave him the wave, and he basically gave him like a little head nod, and then like,
I like that.
I always assumed like the wide receivers go like I'm on or I'm off.
Yes.
And then it is just common courtesy just to be like just back up
It's
a
like
little bit.
like when
they give him one of these,
give
they'll be
a
like,
putt.
Yeah.
I've seen it in like
I
high
think-
school. In high school,
Yeah,
shit,
that's
they
a
would do. They'd be
good-
like,
you're good.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people on Twitter that think that when wide receivers go like this, that they're saying like, am I onside or offside? Like that isn't the ref's job.
Oh, they're telling him on or off the line.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I just saw some discourse on Twitter and I was like, yeah, it just made me mad.
All right, so tonight, anything across the board. Smitty, you got hockey plays going. I'm gonna play Hill and Waddle to score, and I like Tua over 2.5 touchdowns
I got Giants +6.
and Giants +6. Sorry.
I got Giants +6, and I got the under. I think the Giants might win.
Same.
Is that what you got, Marty? Giants +6.
I have Giants +6, Dolphins -13.5. I have I'm gonna get Derrick Henry touchdown. I'm also Gonzaga -40.5.
So hard to do.
They are playing Mississippi Valley State. They're god awful. Like they're one of the. I'm gonna have it on TV tonight to show you guys how bad this basketball team is. They're 0-9 this year as well. They're not even
-40.
40.5.
Hard to do, man.
It just lost to Liberty 74-39.
I don't know. You took Kansas against.
Still doesn't cover.
Chaminade's not even
40.
Division 1.
It still doesn't cover.
No, that was
Yeah, that's what I'm
Liberty, though.
saying.
It's not Gonzaga. Liberty
Mississippi
is
Valley
beating
State,
74.
worst team in the country.
They're the worst team I've ever seen.
man,
LSU LSU is a very okay team this year. They beat them by 46. Gonzaga's ranked 7th in the country.
Don't look at the Siena thing, Bosco. Don't look at Siena.
Struggling. Lemoyne is bad.
They're so Santa Clara beat them. They score 30 points a games, guys. They're so bad.
I mean, I'm gonna take it now.
Yeah, you are.
I don't like it.
Jesus Christ.
So, like, what if they just start passing in the fourth quarter or in the second half?
It won't.
You know what? If
Oh,
I pass this
Pacific.
before we
They
shoot,
lost in OT to Pacific.
Dude, it's so bad.
Yeah, but like Connecticut. All right, how good is Connecticut? Connecticut beat them by 34. What's the spread?
40.5. It's at Gonzaga too.
It was at UConn too.
And UConn lets up.
I don't know. That's tough.
Also, it's the 10th game of the season. Like they're more into like.
Finals week.
Is it finals
does
week
get-
yet?
Mostly.
I don't think that does Gonzaga have trimesters?
I don't know about that.
Also, they can Gonzaga can take their final on the court and still win by 40.
That would be funny to watch.
Imagine them just taking the finals on the bench.
Ev, what do you got?
I'll probably take the Giants. I'm gonna take the under in the Giants game. I said Hyatt over 25.5 receiving yards.
I like. What's the line on that? Do you know?
Just like it was just like -110. I
That's a great
just put it
bet,
in
I
earlier.
It does look for him more.
Hopkins, I put in touchdown, score touchdown plus 265. I might even sweat at the Dolphins, honestly, the more I look at it. They just beat up bad teams. This is a bad matchup for the Titans. I don't know. I'm back and forth on that one, but Hopkins touchdown for sure.
Nick.
Giants money line, the under in that game, and Dolphins -14 or 13,
Slemmer.
whatever it is.
Derrick Henry anytime touchdown. Tommy DeVito anytime touchdown. And I have the Packers. The Packers are just a much better team than the Giants.
Yeah, but spread more than that.
I love the Giants.
I think the Giants are pesky, so that's where I'm at.
You're downhill after that Browning touchdown.
I'm in shambles right now. I am a broken man. I am a complete.
We're doing the whole crown thing. You're in like 4th place now.
I am no, not. You keep looking at the wrong standings. It's NFL only. I'm the NFL king, but I'm not the NFL king anymore. Ev is right now. I'm not in 4th. I'm not in
Where are the
4th.
standings?
Where are the NFL standings? Do you ask,
You asked. You can ask the kid.
What are you
or you
now?
ask them personally?
Yeah.
You the queen? You the prince?
Yeah.
I'm like right now. I'm the.
Yeah.
Or Chester.
Yeah. I'm the. If that. I'm the food taster.
That's the eunuch. That's Central surviving Barstool tonight. Barstool Radio rocking now.